Good day. It's stardate 3/25/2020. So, if you pay attention to what's going on, the world is ending, right? The deaths are doubling overnight. Oh my God. At this rate, we're all going to die if we don't listen to our savior, the government, the man in the high tower that has all the answers in the world. Like humanity has never been here before, has never been. That's what they're telling you. How do you know? No one knows except the Klansmen, what's going on. They have you all locked down in the homes. See how easily they manipulate you out of fear? Fear. This is fear. We're at a war? I thought it was a virus. Fear, war, fear, war, fear, war, fear, war. We're not at war, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a war, okay? Unless we're being attacked by somebody. And most likely we have found out throughout history that not us people, but unfortunately a lot of you idiot minions that follow orders and will do the bidding for these people in the name of the flag and your government and my nation. You are actually the bad guys because you're willing to do the bidding and the dirty work for them. And if there is a heaven, you will be going to hell for doing the dirty work. You may scapegoat it here on planet Earth because they're going to give you a free pass card for doing what they don't want to do. Do you hear what I'm saying? Because they don't want the blood on their hands. But they're just as guilty, and we know that as well. And when you stand up there before the almighty creator that created all this, what are you going to answer to when the creator says, why did you do these things? Well, I was following orders. I wasn't responsible. They told me to do it. I was just serving my country. Ha, ha, ha. That ain't going to get you out, little boys and girls with little minds that went into the militaries and got brainwashed by these people all around the world. These people in these countries are all on one side. They're all principalities. You don't get it. Keep following these people. They're all in it, okay? Even though as diverse as it looks, but they're all in it, okay? And you're not. They keep ripping us off. They keep putting us farther in draconian laws around the world. And we're accepting it. Virus or not. If you ask my opinion, the people that are doing this right now, that are heading this, spearing this trial run, virus or not, this right now, if you see what they're doing and what the measures are going to be for the future, irrelevant to all the people talking about everybody's trying to take advantage of a stimulus or this and pass this bill, irrelevant or not, that's all to keep your minds busy so you're not paying attention to really what's passing and what's going to stab you in the back in the long run. It's all been well known. I'm not no little kid. I've been around a long time, enough that I don't have a long time to live left in my age bracket. And messengers far beyond even me and my reaches and even my knowledge have been warning you people about this group of people that is in control of the world for far too long, and you're not listening. You keep falling for their rope-a-dopes, their scams, their sleight of hand, yes. Their smooth double-talk forked tongues. And you think you got some guy on your side right now in America. A lot of you. You were raped and groomed back onto the plantation. When this is done, if it gets done without all the implications of removing your weapons, IDing you, tagging you, and giving you a vaccination. If this all doesn't happen within this, better start grouping. You better start figuring out how you're going to take this country back and act on it. Because right now, if you did act on it, you'd be slaughtered. And they're expecting that, I think, right now. So, if you get movement back, you better all start moving and collaborating and start congregating and making communions. Because what they're doing right now is highly dangerous in the long run. And again, virus or not. They have you so scared you're not want to listen. You're just going to keep going. But they're saving us. But they're saving us. But they're saving us from an invisible boogeyman that I can't prove it's there or not. And how do you know that these numbers are actually correct? Where are the bodies? Where are the mass graves? Fear does amazing things to the mind. You're going to die someday or another, ladies and gentlemen. So don't be afraid of even a threat of an invisible boogeyman. It's just like all you God believers. You believe in an invisible deity, but you don't believe in a ghost. You believe in an invisible devil, Satan, Lucifer, but again, you won't believe in a ghost. See how ridiculous that is? Yes. But then you'll believe these smooth talkers that are known liars, known criminals, known to cause havoc on the planet, known to cause good people to murder each other for no fucking reason while they're the beneficiaries of the caused crisis event. So far, all I've been watching is every crisis event that comes up, it saves the fucking elite's ass. And then nothing happens to them. How many times have we come to a financial crash crisis and something pops up and it saves their ass from getting fucking in trouble? It saves us from rising, saves them from us rising up. And everybody goes peacefully back to their little daily routines and yeah. They're going to win because we're too living in apathy, despotism. We all gloat, I got a goods, and look what happened in Virginia or Carolina or whatever that was. What a shit fucking turnout. And they saw that. That was another litmus test, dipshits. Evil always has a plan when good people really don't. And good people, you better start setting your plans for the course of the future. Or you'll be a part of their plan. Remember that. Freedom, you have to have a lot of... Freedom is something you have to constantly be vigilantly willing to die for, constantly. I don't know how far this thing will go out, but I'm going to tell you before I close this. If they start coming for our weapons for any amount of reason, make the people that are going to take your weapons pay for it. And you know what I mean. Don't be afraid. You're still going to die someday or another, and I'd rather die on my own by my own choices. By my choices, not somebody else's that I don't fucking know. I have no clue who these people are. And I'm not going to trust the media, nor will I trust a man at the high tower right now with his fucking slick talk, fucking con artist, fucking shit that he does. You're all you fuckers that are in love with this guy. I hate all of them. I'm very racist. I hate them all in government. Yeah, let me put it up that way. Every one of them. And I'm sure you're going to probably, some of you in government, see this and hear this, that me talking. I don't trust you guys as far as my shit falls from my ass. And you have already proven that you're untrustworthy people. while you're ripping the fucking American people off and the globe and causing havoc. Yeah, it's you very people that's in charge. That is the problem. And society needs to wake up in quick masses. And you know what'll happen, Mr. Elites, controllers behind the buttons and levers. If the masses wake up, or wake up in masses, you know that there isn't anywhere on earth that you can hide that we won't hunt you down. And you know this. And that's your biggest fear. I watch you guys on TV. I'm not fucking a little kid. I've been watching your body language. I watch your eyes. You're afraid. You're hoping that the fucking masses are going to keep buying it. Because you know that we will become baboons and fucking rip you out of your houses and rip your bodies apart out of anger, what you have been doing to humanity for far too long. Your mindset is pure fucking evil. And when this day comes, which it will, believe me, it will. All civilizations have crashed because you guys greed and you think you're going to rule the world by your dynamics. Every civilization has been destroyed by us not letting you have it. And then we moved on. But the story doesn't tell you that in history. Get ready for mass destruction because you ain't gonna get what you're gonna fucking think you're gonna get. Because people are going to wake up. It's in our DNA that we cannot be ruled like you think you can. Even though we want rulers and we proclaim that. We even call our God our leaders. But deep down inside, you cage us, you house us, you force us to do things. And believe me, there will be an awakening someday. And you're going to hate it. Not only you'll hate it, your children will hate it. Because you will be exterminated off the planet. That ain't my words. That is what is written in the elements of the future. And that is an absolute true fact. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. The future isn't foretold. And the future is ours, not theirs. It's time to start looking at each other differently. Not as enemies. Our enemy doesn't walk with us. Our enemy, you see him every day on TV, keeping you reassured that they're doing everything they can for you while they're doing it for themselves. It's quite obvious. Every crisis event that I have seen so far in my lifetime have talked about in my parents' lifetime, bless their hearts that are gone, and my grandparents' lifetime that they lived through World War I, World War II, my grandparents and my parents. Came here in the 1600s, one man. Ended up down in, the family ended up down in Georgia, was a signer of the Declaration. Yes. There's still a lot of long, old bloodlines in this country that never went along with the psychopaths. Ever since the beginning of this country, we have been at war. Maybe not a physical war. Look, a small percent supposedly won the revolution. The majority still were bootlickers to the crown. And we thought and we think, that's why Thomas Jefferson said freedom, it must be, the vigilance for freedom is, it should never die. And that's a fact. What they're doing right now, they have no authority to do. And a lot of you are not going to recover from this. Wake up. And then they're trying to buy you with a little trinket of money. Something that's printed. It's a piece of paper and ink. Does nothing really, but it's only really worth an exchange if you believe in it. But that's with anything, people. And their fear is if we started trading on our own. Their fear is, remember this, there is no wealth. Your wealth is what you produce. That's why farmers in history were wealthy people, because they produced so much to offer to so many. We're going to have money. I don't want it digitized, though. No. That way they can control, they can turn you off. We must always, and if they go to digitation, just remember this, you can't even help a bum on the street. You can't give somebody money without them knowing about it. Every transaction is going to be recorded, at least with cash, even if it's counterfeit, which it is, because the Federal Reserve is an illegal 13-family dynasty that owns it, is operating it, and cannot be questioned. What does that tell you, ladies and gentlemen? That should send a red fucking flag. It's just like the government gets to, they do a wrong, then they create a panel to do an investigation on the wrongs that they did, just like the cops do. That's fucking just insanity. And we accept that fucking bullshit. Yes, we have investigated ourselves and we have found that we have done no wrong. Well, of course, if Al Capone fucking done the same thing, got to do the same thing, he would have found no wrongs in his actions either. Come on, kids, grow up. You're dealing with a criminal organization. It's turned out to be a criminal organization. And everyone in there is a criminal. Don't fucking think any other than that. Put it in your mind, you're dealing with criminals. And the whole system is designed to protect them. It's obvious. And the little minions of jackasses that are willing to do the bidding for them. Yeah, the ones that think they're morally right because I'm doing something for somebody. Ha! Like I said, if I go to hell, I'm going to see more of you than the less of you. And if there's a heaven, that's not going to be a real crowded place from what I can see. Yep. Because you can't get out. I was just following. I got hoodwinked. So then that's like saying I can't think on my own. I can't make my own fucking choices. And I blame somebody else. That's exactly what our society is. We always blame somebody else for our own actions. Let me ask you a question. If you're driving in the dense fog and there's a truck in front of you and the lights are really bright, a big semi, so you're driving on and it's in a mountain road. So and you could barely see in front of you. So you're driving real close to the truck and the truck ends up going off the cliff and you go off the cliff with it. Who do you blame? The truck driver, huh? That's your mindset today. No, it's your fault for driving and following the truck, period. Thinking that they're going to know better than you, see better than you. What's ahead of them? When they were just as blind to it than you are. But that's our fucking mindset today. It has to be somebody else's fucking fault. That's why I'm doing this. Are you fucking out of your fucking minds? See how stupid you are? It's somebody else's fault that I don't represent my own actions. Really? When we all become accountable for our own actions, the world will become a better place. We are living the law of the jungle right now. And I can tell you this. In my closing, because I'm going to close this now, almost 20 minutes. In a real civil world, long before my life was even conceived, or I was a little pollywog swimming in a sack, the generations before us should have pulled these fuckers out of their homes or their offices or whatever it is and dealt with them far long ago. And gave them the justice that was deserved to them, the ones that are in charge. And humanity needs to grow the balls and rise up and do this to save the world from them. From them. Don't expect a savior to come in on a white horse. You've been led to believe somebody is coming to save you, even in the human world. This is why you bow down and you lock yourselves in homes and you think that somebody's going to fix it for you. But then you're going to end up being the do-gooders and the ones that do the bidding for them to actually fix it, and you're not going to realize it. But it's going to be fixed in a way that they're the beneficiaries. It's just like the leaders didn't win the war. You did, if that is the case. Oh, but they organized it, they managed it, and this and that. That may be it. But they couldn't have done it without you. They can't be rich without you. Do you get it? It's just like if none of us go back to work and we stick our fingers up in the fucking sky and say, fuck you, we're going to do our own fucking shit now, and we're going to use our own exchange, our own currency, they'd be fucked. They'd have no more power whatsoever or authority. Then they would come after us with violence and attack us and force us to comply. This is how this whole system works, ladies and gentlemen. And right now, you're being attacked. Take it for what it is. You are being attacked. Not only by an invisible something that you have no idea what it is, and your governments. They're attacking you in the name of humanity, saving humanity. How many thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years that we're aware of that we have existed? How many famines? How many earthquakes? How many volcanoes? How many plagues? And I could go on and on and on. And humanity is still here. Pretty amazing, isn't it? But all of a sudden, these people, this group of fucking ignorant, criminal-minded fucks, are going to save the world right now. And then they're going to come out looking like they're godlike. And you're even going to praise them like godlike. They're going to ratchet this fervor up that you're going to be begging them, to fix all this. Just bring us back. We'll do anything that you ask. We'll shove a fucking rod up our ass if we have to. And electrocute ourselves just to stop this insanity. The day that their wealth, their shock and awe, all that don't work. The day that when they call out to call it, get us going and doing this very thing that we're doing right now doesn't work, they know their fucking power is over. It's like I say, it's like the horse. After the horse is well trained, you can strap it to a fucking little plastic chair and that horse ain't going nowhere. That's us right there, the horse. We believe they have control of us. They don't. They don't. They might have their do-gooders that think they're morally doing right, that will encage you and beat you and murder you to force their will and the law. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done, that tyranny, in all societies, if you look in history, the law ends up being, let me say that one more time, the law ends up being the weapon for tyranny, to unleash tyranny on masses of people. It's the law. Always in empires and civilizations, the rulers make the laws to make it legal to oppress, attack, beat, cage, and house whatever they say that they can do to you. They make law to do it so they can justify their actions. And the good the do-gooders will be the enforcers of those laws, and they'll think that they're morally doing right. And that's when freedom, you must resist with everything, even if it means death to you. Have a good day.